Yes. Yes. Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy was directed by James Gunn, stars Chris Pratt, Joey Saldana, Bradley Cooper, Vin Diesel, Dave Bautista, a bunch of other people, and it tells the story of Star-Lord, Gamora, Rocket Raccoon, Drax the Destroyer, and Groot, a ragtag group who are out to keep the magic orb out of the hands of Ronan the Accuser. I was super fucking pumped for this movie. I'm a huge fan of Marvel in general, and Guardians of the Galaxy is one of my favorite comic properties. I had really high hopes. The trailers looked amazing. The early reviews said it was amazing, and it was amazing. If you're kind of getting tired of Marvel, well, I don't agree. Some people seem to say that Marvel's kind of pumping out similar movies over and over again. You can go see this because it is nothing like any Marvel movie ever, by far, at all, nothing. Above all else, it is a comedy, and it is hilarious. Even characters that you wouldn't think would be hilarious, namely someone like Drax, so funny. Drax had a few of the best lines in the entire movie. Everyone's funny except the villain, pretty much, and that's pretty great. Chris Pratt, I'm a huge fan of Parks and Rec. I'm a huge fan of Chris Pratt, and he was absolutely amazing in this movie. I don't know how it took him so long to become a leading man, but thank God he is bursting out, because between the Lego movie, Guardians of the Galaxy, upcoming Jurassic World, he's gonna be the new #1 star, and he deserves it because he is so good in this movie. He is so funny, but at the same time, he has that kind of rugged Han Solo-ish vibe, I'd say. If I were to compare him to one character, it'd be like a funnier, less serious Han Solo. Zoe Saldana as Gamora was also very good, because out of the 5, members of the Guardians, she's probably the most serious. She doesn't have that many funny lines, but she's still very good. Vin Diesel as Groot, he had one line really, but Groot was just so fun. He was so funny. Just a couple of the minor things he did, the scene right before the credits, Groot was amazing. I can't really go into much detail about that, but Groot rocked. As I mentioned before, Dave Bautista as Drax just surprised the hell out of me, because I was like, oh god, they cast a wrestler. And then the second he was on screen, I was so into it, because he was hilarious, but at the same time, he was badass, and he got stuff done. He's the destroyer. He destroys things. However, there is one character that this movie was kind of riding on about whether or not it could be a good movie on this character working or not. That is Rocket Raccoon. And Rocket Raccoon was my favorite character. Bradley Cooper, the voice that he gave was so fantastic. When I first heard a glimpse of it in the teaser, I was like, ew. But no doubt for a second, it was a great voice. The animation for the raccoon was so fantastic. The entire cast was amazing. But this movie is hilarious. It takes so many of the common action movie cliches, and it just makes fun of them so much. It is so satirical to the genre that it is, the superhero movie, because it's not really much of a superhero movie. It's pretty much a sci-fi comedy, but it's making fun of just kind of the things that you might see in a Marvel movie, and it's so funny. And I mean, it is really fun to watch. There's some depth to it, not a lot. I mean, you don't really expect it, but it is so entertaining. The visual effects were stunning. Even though it was pretty much all CGI from what I understand, it looked so realistic. Every single part of it, I did not look at a single thing as CGI. I saw it all as, there's a spaceship. One of the best parts of this movie was the soundtrack, because all of this comes from a mixtape that Peter Quill has, Star-Lord, and the soundtrack is amazing. Some of the best songs from that era, they were amazing soundtrack, one of the best parts of the movie. I highly recommend this. This is easily in the top 3 Marvel movies to be released to date. It is fantastic in every single way. I give Guardians of the Galaxy an A. Go see it right now in 3D on the biggest screen you can. Bring all your friends. It is so much fun. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.